Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be restarting my actual flipping series. So probably 6 months ago I was working on a 50 mil to 1 bill series. Now I'm just going to start at 100 mil. And this time I actually want to follow through and actually do it. Pretty motivated this time. Actually have so much footage recorded. I just haven't had enough time to record the audio for it. So yeah, let's get started. So the first item I'm going to do is the Anku top. I like this item a lot because it tends to have like a 1 mil margin on it. Since I'm on the road right now, I don't get to check these offers that frequently, so having a slow item like this is pretty good for me. Next up, the dark tuxedo top, super cheap item, has a 100k margin on it right now, and again, since I'm only going to check this offer maybe once or twice every couple days, it's a pretty good item to do. So we'll try buying them for just about 200k each, and we'll go for 10 maybe. Next up, the dark tuxedo shoe, same thing, we'll probably do another 10 of these. These really don't come through that quickly, but we're just kind of getting the hang of flipping again, and I haven't really determined which items I like to do a lot. Okay, we're gonna, I guess, complete the set here. We're doing the dark tuxedo jacket. Another reason I enjoy doing items that are really slow volume is that the prices on G Tracker are actually pretty accurate at that point. There's only maybe 1 or 2 trades in an hour at most. Okay, next up we're going to do the Anku gloves, which actually has a 400k margin on it, which is actually probably better than the Anku top, just via the ratio. 7145, and yeah, we'll do 4 of them. And we actually had a little bit of money left over, so we're going to do 7k dragon darts, which will be about 21 mil. Actually, we can't afford that. 6500, and yeah, we'll come back with hopefully some successful flips. Okay guys, we're back, and we did manage to sell a few items here, a couple of each item for the dark tuxedo top. We're still in the process of selling the cuffs. 3 or 4 is pretty common among those items. The Anku top we did actually manage to flip for about a 700k profit, which is nice. The Anku gloves we sold for about 160k profit on each one, so that's probably like 6 or 700k there. Now we also made a few 100k on each of these dark tuxedo flips. Nothing amazing, but still steady profit. And the dragon darts we sold for 3171, which all in all is bringing us up to over 2 mil in profit just off the first flip. So we're going to go ahead and do the Anku top once again, and it's just a really nice steady item that again can sometimes have a 1 mil margin on it. We're going to try buying it for around 22 mil. We'll do 22,112, and we're hoping to sell it for maybe only a 400 or 500k profit, but we'll see. Next up, we're going to try the Anku gloves once again because G Tracker is showing that one actually sold for a pretty cheap price of just over 6.7 mil. So we'll try the Anku gloves once again, and we'll do, I guess 4 again. The buy limit on this item is 4, so we have to keep that in mind, but 4 seems reasonable anyway. Next up, the Sagacious spectacles have about a 100k margin on them, and they actually trade a bit more than the rest of these items. So we'll try them out, and we're going to buy them for around 14,420. And we'll do 8 of the spectacles. Next up, the Bucket Helm G is getting about 150k margin on it, so we'll try that out. And we're just really trying to diversify and do a bunch of cheaper items. Like I do have 100 mil, I could probably flip an arcane or something, but you're better off doing a bunch of cheaper items over just one really expensive item for the most part. Next up, the Granite Hammer, a pretty highly traded item compared to the rest of the ones I've been doing. I'm going to try buying it for around 1200, and the buying limit on this is very high actually. It's 70 I think, so we're going to do maybe just 10 for now. Nah, we'll just use the rest of our money. So we bought 23 of those, and we'll come back with hopefully some flips. Okay, once again, another nice flip on the Anku top, about 700 or 800k just off that one item. We got 6 of the Sagacious spectacles, which is nice. We're selling them off, I think, for just a small profit. We bought them for 1420, and we're selling them for 68k profit. That's something. Anku gloves once again with a decent profit of about 400k on the Anku gloves. The dark tuxedo cuffs, just negligible pretty well. And the bucket helms with a 100k profit on each one is pretty nice. So on top of that, we did buy some blood runes for whatever reason. I was just thinking that the new raids items would be using blood runes, but then I just decided that it's not worth investing all that money into it for now. So we're selling them off, and we should actually profit off them, which is nice. Okay, so once again, the Anku top has an amazing margin of about 1 mil on it. So we're going to once again do it. There's no reason not to. So we're going to buy it for about 22.1 mil, and we'll just do 1. Actually, we're going to do 2 because I'm lazy and I can't find enough items right now and I have to run out the door. Next up, the Dragon Defender Ornament Kit. We're going to try buying for its daily low price. I'm not sure if it's actually at this price right now, but we'll give it a try because we're going to be gone for a little while. Try buying it for around 4,600k each. And we're going to go for, I guess, 4, which would be the buying limit. Next up, we're going to do the Jar of Decay, which trades very frequently and actually has a 150k margin, which is extremely good. Now, I find this item does have a good margin often, but for whatever reason, it just never works for me. But we'll try it again. So we're going to do, well, 10 Jars of Decay. And next up, the Bucket Helm G, again, has about a 70 or 80k margin, so we're going to do that item as well. Items like this actually are very nice, because that's 80k margin, and if you do buy 10, that's 800k for about the same price as, let's say, like the NQ Top. Like, it all works out pretty well. Anyway, we'll come back in a bit. Alright, we're back. We did actually manage to buy 2 of the NQ Tops. Now, we didn't get as big a margin as we thought, but still a 400k margin on 2 is 800k, which is nice. And we did end up buying a few more, I believe, I think one more for 22.1. So overall, that's about, actually 2 mil in profit almost, because we got 800 plus 7, 1.5 mil, I should say. The Bucket Helms, we didn't end up getting too many of those guys. Still getting about a 70k margin, but only got, I think, 3. And the Jar of Decays, we did get 7 of them, but they're very slow to sell. But still, that's about 50-60k margin on those, and we finally almost sold off all the Sagacious Spectacles. So we're back up to 100 mil, plus we got like 5 mil in items, so that's nice. So next up, we're going to try the Anguish Ornament Kit. Now, this is a huge risk, but if you saw on GE Tracker, the price literally tanked it so hard just in the last 24 hours. So we're going to try buying them for 26.6, and hopefully we can get a really good margin on it, because look at that, it went from 35 mil to 26 mil in the last 24 hours, and I don't know why it'd be crashing this hard continuously. So next up, again, we're going to do the NQ Top once again. No reason not to. It's making us tons of money. So we're going to buy it for, again, around 22 mil. And we'll just go for one of them right now. So we ended up profiting 3 or 400k off the Sagacious Spectacle. So I'm going to do them again. And right now the margin's actually even higher. So we're going to be buying them for about 13.75 or something around there. And we'll do another 10, or the buying limit I think is 8, so we'll go for that. Next up, another pretty big risky item that I'm considering doing is the Dragon Kite Shield Ornament Kit. Look at that, it's like a 5 mil margin just on the item. Now, it really doesn't trade that much, so that's extremely risky, but I don't know, I think I might consider doing it. So we only have 41 mil in my inventory right now. I think we're just going to put a dummy offer in, hopefully it actually comes through, because the item has such a low item velocity that it's just, I don't know, maybe I could get an extra 5 mil, but we'll try that for now just to be safe. Okay, it seems like our risk on the Anguish Ornament Kit did pay off. We sold it for 29.7, so that's over a 3 mil margin just on that item, and honestly, if we'd waited longer, we could have got 6 or 7 mil, but I don't know, it is a high risk item, so we're just going to be happy we got 3 mil off it. The Bucket Helms we got another 2 of, so just a few 100k there. Jar of Decays we finally sold for, I think, the 60k on each one, so that's about 3 or 400k on that one. And we're going to try another Anguish Ornament Kit for 26 mil, because 3 mil margin, why not try it again? And we still are selling off the NQ Top, so that's not leaving us with a whole lot of money. So yeah, we'll just put in one more flip here, which we're going to try the Malediction Shard 3. Very slow item, you can only get it from the Wilderness boss, or demi-bosses. And yeah, that should be all our money, perfect, and we'll come check back in a little while. Okay, so honestly, no luck on any of the items. I decided to show stuff like this just because it makes my videos 10 minutes longer. Well, no, not exactly. It's important to kind of show the entire process, because if I only show when things are successful, it doesn't really mean that much. But yeah, so anyway, we've sold off everything, so at least we'll get an accurate representation of how much money we have. The last item we actually got a flip here on was the NQ Top. That's about a 400k flip. So in total, we're at about 11.5 mil profit so far, which is extremely good. That's just from like 3 or 4 full flips. So I think with this full amount of money, we're going to try buying a Dragon Kite Shield Ornament Kit for 42.7 now. Still a high risk item, but I kind of feel like risking a bit of extra money. Once again, the NQ Top, an excellent item. We're going to buy for about the same price. And we'll just do one of them now because we only have 40 mil left. Next up, we're going to try the Black D-Hide Chaps. They have gone down in the last 24 hours quite a bit on GE Tracker, so we'll give those a try. We're buying for just over, or maybe just under 11 mil. Just under 1100k. Try buying it for 1085, and we'll do 10 of them. Next up, Dragon Defender Ornament Kits. We're going to try those out. We're only about 100k margin on them. So it's actually not the best item because it's pretty expensive for a 100k margin. But we're going to do it anyway just because we haven't found a better item at this point, and we'll just probably max out our cash here. So if we do the buy limit of 4, nah, screw it, we'll do one more item after this. So one thing I know you probably noticed is, when I'm recording I get this weird graphical bug where my mouse isn't moving, the actual physical mouse, you can't see it for whatever reason. I'm going to try to fix that soon, but I just don't know what the issue is because when I'm recording it looks fine. I don't know, it's an issue with Camtasia Studio. So yeah, hopefully I can have that fixed soon, but I do have a lot of stocked footage, so even if I do fix it, it'll probably be like a month before you see the change. But anyway, just let you know. And last up, we're going to do Mystic Boots, 60 of those, and maybe some Guthan's Helm Zero. Honestly, we're just putting a ton of items in. There's no reason not to. The Guthan's Helm Zero is a benefit because if you buy it for cheap, you can repair it very quickly and sell it for a margin. So we're going to try buying them for $13.90, and that'll be it. We'll come back with some sales. Alright guys, we're back, and we have a bunch of sales coming through. But I think this is where we're going to end up for today. It looks like after all is said and done, we're going to be up to about 115 mil. Now, I haven't sold everything off yet, but honestly, the items I'm doing, I'm never 100% selling everything off, because it's kind of just a waste of time if I just literally wait a few days for everything to sell off. I might as well just continually updating offers and putting things in, because it just makes the whole process quicker. But anyway, we got about 1.8 mil profit off the Anku tops, which is amazing. And we lost a little money on the ornament kits, but everything else is a moderate profit. As always, Mystic Boots I'm actually pretty happy with just because of how cheap they are. But anyway, we have 110 mil in cash plus another 5 mil at least in items. So that's pretty good for one episode. 15 mil in profit. We'll be up to 200 mil in no time, and hopefully on our way to 1 billion relatively soon. So hopefully you guys enjoy this series because, well, I have like 3 episodes already banked. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to toss the episode a like. Always appreciate it, and I will see you in the next video.